Wow, my hair is so long. I feel like it doesn't look long in real life. It just looks really long on camera. Hello, it's been a while. I'm just gonna pretend like I haven't been gone for a few months, I think, since I last posted my other video. I just needed to take some time to really think about like what I wanted this channel to be because I made such a big shift and very abruptly. Like I just started filming like lifestyle vlog videos even though I had no idea what I was like trying to do. And I feel like that's okay, but I am definitely the planner type of person, so I needed some time to like step back and feel like what I wanted this channel to be. Anyways, happy Monday. It is Monday. It is like 10:30 a.m. right now, and I woke up, got straight to work because it is the Monday after the Thanksgiving holiday. So after that holiday, I just kind of felt so unproductive, and I just felt like I should be doing something, even though that is kind of a toxic mindset for me to be in. I just really was excited to get back to work, and you know, it was something that I was just like excited to wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm going to work, I'm doing my thing, I'm creating content because this is when I feel like I am most myself. Anyways, hello, how have you been? How was your holiday weekend? Did you buy anything cool? I definitely was able to get some stuff that I'll show you today, but I was also able to shop some small businesses, and I will be continuing to do so throughout the month of December because I love going to like winter markets and like craft markets and all of that and buying from like smaller vendors. I would say that most of the stuff that I own is usually from small businesses or like antique stores or thrift stores, like secondhand, I should say. Nothing is really new except for maybe like electronics, some pieces of clothing that like I specifically want, and then like I don't know, like bags and stuff, because I don't really buy bags secondhand. But anyway, that's on a long tangent. But yeah, today I am just gonna be working from home, so it's gonna be a pretty chill day, but I thought I would take you with me. I'm gonna do some fun holiday stuff around the house and yeah, just do a lot of chores. Now that I feel like we're back from the holidays, I feel like I just had a really nice reset. So I'm just excited to be back and to be working again and to be creating content, but also preparing for the holidays because I'm so excited. Christmas is my favorite holiday. Christmas into New Year's is just my favorite time. I'm like always happy, even though sometimes it's gloomy out. But today, surprisingly, it's a pretty sunny day in Minnesota. It snowed this past weekend, so twice actually. So yeah, we've gotten some snow already and we're gonna be seeing more snow. But yeah, I'm just excited for what the holiday brings, and I personally love snow. So I have some meetings coming up for the next hour, but after that I will be doing some chores around the house, be working on some things while I'm working at the same time. Today is just one of those days where I am like slowly settling back into work. I'm not like totally like doing all my tasks and everything. I have a lot of tasks due for this like week and this entire month, as it is like the last month of the year, but I'm gonna take it slow. We're gonna ease ourselves back into working and doing freelance and all of that good stuff because it's a lot. I will say I am really busy day to day, and so I appreciated the holiday weekend for teaching me like how to rest and how to relax again and how to like not be productive and just be a potato sometimes, because it's nice to be a potato, and it is allowed. You are allowed to have your days. So personally, one of the coolest things I love about my job is that, you know, working in social media is an ever-evolving like platform and tool, and there's just a lot to keep up on, and part of my day-to-day is researching trends, but also like keeping updated on all the things that are going on. And a really cool thing that my company did was, you know, invest in some of the creative team to attend this like conference, this online social media summit, which has just been so cool. I'll show you a little bit of what my screen looks like, but essentially it's just like a 2-day summit that happened on the 20th and 21st, and I did attend some live sessions, but you know, it was in London time, so I was in meetings some of the time, so I couldn't attend all of them. But they have a backlog here, and I'm spending my morning watching some of these videos because I mean, there are videos like how to succeed on YouTube, how to work with influencers, and creating a TikTok for small institutions. Like, this is so cool, and I love that it's like a part of my job and that they are kind of investing in these resources, because I feel like it's great to do research on your own, but it's really also great to hear from, you know, companies and other people doing the same thing as you. So I'm just gonna plant myself here. You know, I have my coffee and I'm gonna watch some social media videos, which is just, I find that so fun. I love spending my time doing this, and I'll show you a little bit of what it looks like. Put on a nice shirt because I'm about to hop into some bigger meetings with like bigger people, and I also just filmed some Instagram reels. So again, follow me on Instagram because I post way more often there. I'm really digging short form lately, and not even just for my own content, but when I'm creating content for work, I feel like I'm always pushing short form like video content, and it is relatively new to my company, so it's just kind of fun and exciting to like spearhead that, like introduce them to like what videos could be and what like especially videos for social media could be like. But yeah, I changed into a shirt. I'm wearing this new shirt that I got from Madewell during the Black Friday sale. Madewell is one of like my all-time favorite clothing stores. I mean, it is because I work there as a like college student, high schooler, so of course I'm obsessed with their pieces, and I got this shirt and it was on sale, and I'm so happy because green has been my favorite color lately. But yeah, I'm about to hop into this meeting and I'm going to do some more work. Again, I took a break to like film some Instagram stuff and also do some like holiday stuff because I've just been feeling it's like a slow progression back into like being on your laptop all the time, because I do realize that lately I've been getting a lot of like motion sickness from being on my computer, you know, day and night, because I'll work during the day and then do a lot more like freelance stuff at night. So I just need to like take some space away from the internet and looking at stuff. But yeah, I'm going to do that for the rest of the day. I think I'm going to do that for the rest of the day, and then I have to work on my podcast because I have an episode that needs to be posted tomorrow, because it was supposed to be posted today but I didn't hit the deadline, so I'm going to work on that later as well. Also, as I get ready for my meeting over here, it's getting darker so much earlier because of like the winter and everything. Oh my god, this background, this is so great. I love this background so much. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with green, as you couldn't tell. I go through phases of like liking different colors, and for the longest time I loved blue. Like blue was my favorite color and like it was my everything, and now I'm on a green kick. Like I am obsessed. I can't even tell you. I've just been like borderline buying like new clothes and new things that are like very green, aka my like green photos. As you can see, it's a theme in my like prints, and then my couch obviously, and then this like shirt is like, ugh, I love it. But okay, when I work, I'm a huge snacker. I don't know, snacking helps me just, I don't know, process things, and it's also just like the only time where I really get to kind of eat what I want, because my lovely partner cooks for me, as I have a lot of like dietary restrictions. So when it comes to snacking is like when I get to like, you know, eat what I want kind of. But this is my snack of choice today. If you are familiar with this, you are a real one. I ate this growing up all the time in, you know, being in a Asian household. Like my house wasn't really full of like the sugary cereals that I feel like a lot of American households have, like the Frosted Flakes and like, what is it, Fruit Loops or like Reese's Pieces. But my household was filled with a bunch of Asian snacks. We would usually go to the Korean supermarket. I think this is Korean. I'm pretty sure this is Korean. But these honey butter chips are like so good. They're from like my childhood. I literally grew up eating these and some stuff like this, like the shrimp crackers. I'll put like photos on the screen of my like nostalgic childhood snacks. But when I was at the Asian grocery store the other day, I usually don't buy snacks again, but I just like had a craving for honey butter chips because I haven't had them in years. So I'm gonna pop open a bag while I enter this meeting. And working on some freelance projects right now, and I guess I kind of just wanted to talk about that because I do feel like there are a lot of questions around like what I do for freelance, just like from friends and stuff, because they're kind of just confused because they're like, oh, aren't you working like full-time in social media? And I'm like, yeah, I do that, but I also do freelance on the side. So I guess I kind of just wanted to dive into that. So yeah, as a social media manager, I feel like I have skills that are fitted for like a wide variety of things, and I feel like a lot of people in social media or just like entertainment and like the creative spaces often take this sort of freelance route as well as their like main hustle. I call it my main hustle, my side hustles, all of that stuff, because just to make like a little extra income, and because I have these skills that are more marketable towards like freelance sort of projects and people who are just looking for people to help them out like with social media. So yeah, I'm involved in some freelance projects right now. One with I don't really talk about my like clients or like who I work with just for like privacy, but also because I'm not an established like LLC or anything. I haven't really gotten to that yet just because I haven't had the time to really look into it and to really like establish myself as like a company or an organization. But yeah, so I kind of just do that on the side. People who either find me from like my social media or from my LinkedIn or from like the work, my actual job. But yeah, so I kind of do that on the side to make some extra income. And for me, it's more about doing a lot of personal projects that bring me joy, whereas like my full-time job, although I love where I work and the projects I'm a part of, it may not always be my passion projects, because like my passion lies in mental health, right, and creating content around that and storytelling, and not a lot of my work is involved in mental health, if at all. I don't think it's any intersection with mental health. So I take on these freelance projects, oh my god, to be able to work with people who are in the mental health space or organizations or all of that. So yeah, that's kind of like a little thing of what I'm doing. So I just finished answering some emails, and I'll usually work on this stuff outside of my normal work hours. So usually like late at night, maybe earlier in the morning, like waking up an hour or two early before work to get that work done. But right now I'm just answering some emails that I left for the holiday season, finishing up some projects as well, and sending some like things over. And yeah, that's basically what I do. I've kind of just been doing it. It's never something that I intentionally started. It just honestly started with a company who reached out to me and was like, hey, like, we love your social media, like, do you want to help us create this, you know, social media? Like, you don't have to post it on your account. And like UGC, so user generated content, is really popular as like a career that people are making, and copywriting as well. I do a lot of freelance copywriting. So again, it's all like encompassing, but I thought it was just an interesting thing to talk about because everyone's experience with like their career path is their own, obviously, and this is just my experience. Like, not all social media managers do freelance, not all social media managers work full-time. Like, a lot of the social media managers that I know in my own space work part-time or are contract, and that's also very common as well. So yeah, I just thought I would put it in there because if you're watching this video and you're particularly interested in the career of making a career out of social media or like video content, thought it would be interesting for you to know. So I'm getting ready to film for my podcast. I just have to film an introduction because usually with my guest videos, I do that over Zoom audio and then just export the audio and then edit it. Again, I'm like so behind on this episode and I feel so bad for my guest who's been asking like when I'm gonna post it and everything, and I've been making excuses, but the only excuse is that I am just not as committed as I used to be when I started the podcast, which is going to change this year because one of my resolutions is to like hit a number of views and streams on the podcast, and in order to do that I actually need to like post episodes. So this is accountability for me. I'm liking this. But yeah, I started the podcast as kind of just like a passion thing, and I still do it for passion, obviously, but I think when I started it, I had way too ambitious deadlines for myself and like numbers that I wanted to hit. And again, it's not all about numbers for me. I don't think people understand the immense joy that I get out of just talking to people who suffer from anxiety and suffer from, you know, any type of mental health issue. And it's just, it makes you feel less alone, and it makes you just feel so validated in like existing. Like, it's just so nice to talk to other people who experience the same thing as you. I think that goes for like anything, whether it's like about mental health or not. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, this is your sign to do it. And if you've been toying around with this like idea for a podcast for the longest time, like me, I literally sat with my idea for over a year before I actually like created it and like bought a mic and did all the stuff and editing. And I don't know why I waited so long, but I definitely recommend it. I feel like everyone's making podcasts these days, and that's actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because it means that anyone can be a podcaster, anyone can put their voice out there, and if they have an idea, to share that idea, because you don't know where it's gonna go. I'm gonna record this intro and then I'm going to edit it, and I don't think I'm gonna finish editing it tonight because it's already like 8 p.m. and I'm gonna get some dinner after this and then possibly just be off my phone and computer. So yeah, I also need me time too, especially when I'm on the computer all the time and doing social media stuff. I need to like rest my eyes and not look at a computer screen for so long. So I'm gonna do that. This is actually my podcasting setup. It's really not that fancy, and this is why I want to encourage all of y'all who have like ideas to podcast and really don't know what equipment you need and don't really, you know what it takes to do podcasting, is you just need a simple setup. This is obviously one of the simpler setups. Obviously you can go a lot more, creative with the setup. Like, a lot of people have like separate rooms for podcasting, but I only have like I live in like a studio-ish / bedroom, so my bedroom doesn't really have like a closed door. So yeah, I have this Yeti Blue podcast mic with a little like pop filter, I believe it's called, and then all I do is connect it with this thing to my computer, and I do it mostly on my laptop just because it's portable and I like to edit when I'm outside of the house. But all I do is I export the audio into, oh my god, my rice maker. As I was saying, I export the audio into Final Cut Pro, which is my editing software of choice. You can use iMovie, Adobe, whatever fits your, whatever you do. And then I just drop in the Zoom audio and then do voiceovers with this window right here, and I do a voiceover and just record straight from my thing. And it's so easy, it's so nice, and you can really just adjust the audio in the editing app itself, and then other than that, it's just super easy. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are surprised to find out that I am like a one-man show right here. I'm a one-woman show. I do all the podcast editing myself, the recording, editing, like marketing on Instagram and whatever, creating graphics and all of that for copywriting, all of that stuff. I'm a one-woman show. I do it all by myself, and you can too. And yeah, I would definitely highly recommend getting started if you're thinking about starting that podcast.